Let me put a Q&A up. So we're doing hard cardio this morning, HIIT training. Going to be questioning my life choices. This is a similar workout I did a couple of weeks ago and it killed me. Okay, let me just move that. I think I need to make it smaller. I can't make it smaller, there we go. Teeny tiny. Right, so first 3 exercises we're going to do 3 times, and each time the work times are getting longer and a shorter rest time. I feel a bit sick. It's been a while since I last ate. I think I ate last at 4 o'clock or so. Oh, it's all 6:30. Pulse jump squats, with or without weight. Let's see, first round we'll warm up with it. Then heel elevated split squats. So again, first round I'll do no weight, and then for the next 2 rounds I think I'll use the 8 or some sort of weight. So doing that 3 times, and then we do step ups with 4 kilograms. Then that's the end of round 1. Round 2 we do reformer lunges with front support, so it's the back leg that's sliding, left side, right side. And then reformer knee tucks, so my shoes will have to be off. And the finisher of that round, we've got box jump in and outs, so shoes will need to be back on for that. And then final round, reverse lunges. This is to strengthen the weaknesses I've got in my hips. Reverse lunges with the back leg support, so it's the front that's sliding. It's challenge stability. And then to open up the chest and reduce stiff and tightness, I'll be using a resistance band for skull crushers. So I did this the other day with a client. I tried it out. Where was I? I think I was here, and I really liked it. Oh no, I was demonstrating it anyway. And then we're finishing the whole workout with as many push-ups as we can. So probably be on the knees for that, just to stimulate more muscles. So we're starting with pull squats. Let's get into it. Not looking forward to the push-ups already.
Your workout will begin in 25 seconds.
I'm going live a little bit later today. Morning.
3 exercises done with
hard HIIT training.
And 10 seconds rest timings, one after the
My
other.
glutes are sore from foam rolling them yesterday.
Exercises are lateral burpees, walking squats, and split leg squat thrusts. Your first exercise.
Full squats. Just gonna like do a warm up.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Not worrying about depth. So pulse, pulse, jump. Come on in, pulse. First round is just body weight. Do a warm up. These shorts are gonna annoy me. Good morning.
Next exercise is walking squats. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Sitting upright. No jump. Nice and controlled. Squeezing that bum cheek to come up with as we strengthen and tone it. Over to the other side. If you're not used to doing these, it can take a bit of you're setting up longer until you get used to it. And then eventually you'll know how it should feel. Still half asleep. On my back leg. A lot of single leg work to get in at the glute and the weaknesses today. Rest, we'll do all that again, but add some weight. I'm in Scotland. Morning guys, welcome. Now we'll add some weight. Jump, pulse, pulse, jump. Landing on soft knees, ideally back in the squat. But as you fatigue, you won't be able to. struggling already. My phone's vibrating. Oh. Again, with or without weight, heel elevated, split squats. Really squeezing that front glute coming up. Quality over quantity. 5, trying to get the depth. 6, on the back leg. On to the other side. Sorry, do a stretch there. 6 reps there. 6. 1, this is my better leg. 2. Gonna stop at 6, so 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh. Rest, we'll do that once more. Longer work timings. Thanks for the support, guys. Who was that? Thanks, Wild. How are you doing? Listening for a pulse jump. Thanks for the likes, guys. So I'm a health and fitness trainer, answering questions on exercise, nutrition, back pain, rehab, as I'm doing HIIT. Shout out to do me. Boiling up already. My motivation today is going for a shower. Happening this. 3. Conscious of that glute squeeze coming up. 6. Oh, 7. Okay, 7 on the other leg now. Morning, guys, welcome. I'm a health and fitness trainer, here to motivate and educate. No bullshit approach to sustainable fat loss. So if you've got a question, anything you're struggling with, I know it's confusing out there. Got loads of content to help you on the channel as well. Oh. Final one, please. Whew. Well, that's over. Finisher of this round. Step ups. Step ups weighted. Get pumped. Okay. Alternating. Really coming up with that glute squeeze. Sorry guys, I'm not placing the camera very well, but that's fine. Landing on the soft knees. Coming up with a glute, making sure you're not leaning forward at all. Right, shoes off.
25 seconds rest.
Rest, reformers next.
Round 6. The same timings as last round. With 3 new
Morning
exercises.
guys.
Your first
You see the
exercise
reformer.
is 2-step side dash. 5, 4,
Thanks, welcome,
3,
Trish.
2, 1.
Right, I don't get many of these. 1. Make sure you're wide enough. 2, 3. Knee just off the reformer. 4. Strengthening and stretching the hip flexor all in one. Oh. I think I got 6 there, which I'm surprised at.
Forward caveman. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This is my weaker side. 2. Something for 6. 3, 4, 5. One more. Oh, 6. Finish that. Knee tucks next. Good morning.
10 seconds rest. Your next exercise is in-out squat jump.
I'm looking for
4,
like and subscribe. Knee tucks. Same again with them 3 exercises. Harder than the look then, by the way. Start on the weaker side. Coming up with the glue. Morning guys. I'm a fat loss coach, trainer, 12 years, answering questions, all things fat loss. I specialise in rehab, nutrition, mindset. If you've got any questions.
10 seconds rest. Your next exercise is forward caveman. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh man, this exercise is no joke. 3, 4. Whoa. 5. Lots of failure. 6, 7. Oh.
10 seconds rest.
Knee
Your
tucks.
next exercise is in-out squat jump.
Dying here.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Taking the tailbone under. Oh, my thighs. Failing on my thighs. Wow. Like double whammy here. Just for the exercise. One more. You know it, wild and fresh, no game Thursday. Oh. Last round, this mini tricep. 5, 6, 4, 3, 2. Use the hands to come up. I've still not done that yet. Wow.
10 seconds rest. Your next exercise
I love the
is
reformers.
forward caveman. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's go.
Caveman.
Strong glute on the front. Weak the hip flex on the back. Let's see if I get one. 3, 4, 5. This is the most I've ever done. Definite personal best here, PB. 6, 7, 8. Oh. Last time I did them, first time so I couldn't manage more than 4. It was only 5 weeks ago.
5, 4,
Knee tucks. As long as I can, so my legs fail. Right, my legs have failed. Now I'm doing it the rest version. Pulling in with my core. A lot better for your core to work in isolation than hanging knee raises. need to finish round 2 now. In and out box jumps.
50 seconds sprint.
50 seconds. Have a drink. 3, 2, 1. Keeping low. Hips back, bending at the knees. Hard cardio on a Thursday. Need failure. Wow. Don't stop, just slow it right down. You don't need to stop. What's next? Oh, reformers. We can get our breath back with this next one.
3 new exercises. Your first exercise is spider plank. 5.
This time we face the other way. Whoa. One. Bigger hip stretch.
10 seconds rest. Your next exercise is pop-ups.
So I managed 3 there, but because I'm going to fell on my arm. 3, 2, 1. Nice and controlled. Glutes are firing up for balance. Oh. Oh. Triceps. Making it full body. Hi guys. There's a stretch on a flex. To get my breath back. No, this is a reformer machine. If you search Pilates reformer, you'll see Joe did Pilates, the guy invented Pilates, invented this machine as well. Excellent for rehab. But yeah, stretching and strengthening at the same time. Oh, no, that's falling, that's it. Oh, that's a failure. Whee! Kids love playing on it.
Your next exercise is pop-ups.
Love a like and subscribe, guys.
4, 3,
If you're into about exercise, nutrition. I'm just about to release a 45-minute yoga video I recorded last night. Oh, this is like beyond hard. Oh.
3, 2, 1. 10 seconds rest. Your next exercise is prisoner knee-ups. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Prisoner knee-ups.
Fell down very gracefully there. This requires way too much setup. Whoa. The bench is getting in the way of me doing the exercise, great. Once more. I'm dying. Morning guys, welcome. Have a drink. Last time. looking for 3 or 4. Probably 21. Coming up with the back hip flexor as well. Stretch and strength. 4, 5. Oh, looks like it's time to rest. 5 minutes.
The next exercise is pop-ups. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
1, 2, 1, 3, 4, 5. Then stand up. Shoes on. It's not often I fail, by the way, during a hit. This session, the exercise that I've chosen are just rock solid. Because I've not done them loads. Hi guys, my name is Leanne. I'm a health and fitness trainer for 12 years. Specialise in fat loss in females, lifestyle coaching. Answering any questions as I train. Piss bowl technique. So I can't get back more on my tendons here, but they're quite light. Oh, I did it for a chest opener. Right. As many push-ups as I can in a minute. Whoa. Right, let's see if I can get, not very warm in the upper body. Let's see. 2, 4. Go to knees. Come on, let's get 10, 4. 5. Knees. 7, 8. 10. 11. Oh, struggling. 12. 8. Come on. 7. 6. 5, 4, 3, 2, oh.
Congratulations. You have now completed the MetaFit Real
I'm
Workout.
really proud of myself because I didn't want to do that today. Normally I'm live a lot earlier, but I was more chilled this morning. Right, because we've warmed up all the hip flexors and hamstrings, quads, we're going to go into splits training. Morning guys. I'm answering any questions on exercise, nutrition, back pain and rehab. It pervs if you can kind of like fuck off. And try and evolve a little bit further in life. Right. I'm just gonna stretch off my adductors. Before I begin stretching, so I'll come over. Pushing the hips back. I'm gonna hold that. Obviously I'd like to go the other side, but I'm not gonna do that for obvious reasons. Right. So we're gonna work with P&F stretching. Morning. I've not been watching any of the Winter Olympics, no. Has it been good? I did see that some guy beat world record, didn't he, in ice skating, figure skating, is that right? That was a wee while ago though, about a month ago or something. So my goals this year are to get the splits. So it's a perfect opportunity to work on that. Good morning guys, welcome to my live. I'm answering, I didn't mean to zoom in there, I was trying to zoom in on my question box. I'm answering any questions on exercise, nutrition, back pain and rehab. Hi from Scotland. So I'm a health and fitness trainer, specialise in rehabilitation, Pilates and yoga teacher, specialise in back pain. Well, I'm still recovering. I'm also low on iron, so still getting that up after 2 pregnancies. So I've just come out of a calorie surplus to build muscle, and now I'm coming into a calorie deficit for fat loss. So I've lost about 5 pounds so far from my starting point, and so far so good. Right, let's come down to my level. Let's see where I am today. Okay. Hips are feeling tight. I was foam rolling them yesterday, but I thought it was effective at the time, but so I'm just playing around with how it feels just now. I'm just getting in the natural splits. It takes a lot of deep breaths. Your deep breaths are relaxing your nervous system out of fight flight. See, I'm being pulled off centre there. Feels intense today. Got to be in the right frame of mind as well to. No, you don't, that's a lie. Just like fitness, isn't it? Like, starting is the hardest part. I mean, though, like staying in extreme discomfort. Because some days the splits training feels really intense, and other days it feels fine. Can't wait for my shower after this. So usually, whoa, graceful. Usually I bring in some P&F stretches as well, but haven't yet. Morning guys. Welcome to my live. I'm answering any questions on exercise, nutrition, back pain and rehab. I'm a health and fitness trainer, so if you're somebody who stops and starts the diet on a regular basis, follow this channel and I'll teach you how to stick to calories and your goals long term. I'm trying to learn the splits, yeah, Andrew. I'm just reading your comments on here. Thanks for the likes, guys. Thanks, Weldon Craft. Yeah, so any nutrition questions? There's a lot of lies out there, supplements and diet related questions. Managing hunger, consistency. Let's ask the questions. Put it, I've got my phone there, so. Yeah, it feels really intense. But today it could feel more intense because I've done so much hip flexor work, and you know, I'm just tight, there's a lot of blood flow to those areas now, it's just tightening them up more. Takes deep breaths and time and consistency. trying. Ugh. I think that's my more flexible side. I'm going to go on a walk pad after this. By the way, guys, carbs doesn't have you gain weight. Calorie deficit and calorie surplus are what manages your weight. Right. Let's set that on. I need to stretch off my calves because I don't want plantar fasciitis returning into a downward dog. And then I'll do another stretch after my steps. Right, we just move this over here. I'm answering any questions now, guys. I'm a health and fitness trainer, Pilates and yoga teacher. Specialise in rehab, female fat loss. I'm super busy as well, so if anyone's struggling to manage the time effectively and trying to achieve fat loss and just feels impossible, let's talk about it. There's no one busier than a mum who works. So I've got some awesome tips for you. If you're struggling with what diet to go on. Right, ready. Right. Morning. I think there's some 12-year-olds on this morning. Ooh, right. Let's get some steps. I don't even know what steps I've got. Let's see what steps I'm starting on now. It's 7:15, so normally I'm getting ready to take the kids to school today. But Dad is doing that. So apparently I've got 72 steps this morning. And I did 8.5 hours sleep last night. I did. And I woke up once. What time was that? I woke up just before my alarm, which was pretty special. You know why? Because I was doing yoga late last night, deep tension release stretches. Good morning, guys. Welcome to my live. I'm answering any questions on exercise, nutrition, back pain, rehab. So that was my hard cardio session ticked off for the week. Normally I go a lot harder and a lot more bodyweight exercises such as burpees and jump lunges and stuff, but I really wanted to work on the reformers machine today because it's quite a new one, and I've got weaknesses from pregnancies. Thanks guys, thanks for the likes. So I'm a health and fitness trainer, specialising in fat loss obviously, but sustainable fat loss as well. So I was on a podcast yesterday with another coach discussing, and I recorded it, it's for members only of my channel. It's like a postpartum guide to fat loss and recovery. It's highly valuable, there's a lot of value in it, which is my goal as a trainer, to bring value to people's lives. So I'm just coming up to 4.3 kilometers per hour, I think, so it's a nice easy walk. I always walk on a slight incline as well, so it mimics the same muscles as walking outside. It's still dark here in Scotland. Morning. I follow you on Instagram. Thank you very much. And guys, if you know what to do but aren't doing it in terms of fat loss, building muscle, you're struggling with consistency, you keep stopping and starting, like and subscribe to this channel. If you want proper support without a program, and like for nutrition and exercise, then you can join my level on for just $2.99 a month. So I upload on a regular basis. There's stuff going up today, motivational, mindset altering posts. And I talk about the common reasons people fall off the diet. I'll go through some of them just now. Thanks, Wild and Fresh. Right, so common struggles that people go through. I've got to my notes. Oh, thank you, Benny. It's very nice of you to say. Right, and I've come up with solutions for them all. Lectin. There's a lot of talk about visceral fat and weight loss. Just on a side note there. Oops, I've got my podcast idea. Where the hell's my notes? So there's two types of fats. Thanks for subscribing. Two types of fats, so subcutaneous fat and visceral fat. Subcutaneous fat is the kind of fat that that is safe and that you see it. So you see it on the sides of your hips, your stomach. If you can grab it, that's visceral fat. And then there's, sorry, the other way around. It's because I'm not concentrating. Sorry, subcutaneous fat is the one that you can grab, you can feel, you can see. That's safe fat, not causing any problems really, other than to your joints. Then you've got visceral fat, which is around your organs. Visceral fat, if you know you've got it, it's quite hard compared to subcutaneous fat. So you know these guys who drink too much beer, eat too much sugar, they've got like a big pot belly and it's hard, that's visceral fat. It's liver damage. Possible liver disease, for sure insulin resistance. Do you think 5k run in 30 minutes at consistent speed is good at 40 plus? I'm not really a runner, like I don't really go with times and stuff. I mean, if you're running consistently, that's really good for anyone who's 40 plus. You're doing out. Because most people now, they don't exercise, they don't move, they're overweight, they're not managing the calories, not even mindful of protein. So, Kevin, I would say that's fantastic, because when you compare yourself to the general population, you know, anything is better than nothing. You're just trying to beat that person who's not doing anything. But yeah, if you want to get better, you can do fast runs, HIIT training, steady state, you know, like give good mix up, strength work on your knees and your body, make sure you've got the strength and power. Do single leg exercises like what I did today in my HIIT. Morning. Morning guys. So one of the first of the many common things I see that knock people off track is the scale weight. So, especially females, the scale's not, when the scale doesn't move, 1 second, Wild and Fresh, when will you cover the upper body? So I'm doing upper body tomorrow, chest, and hitting the shoulders and triceps with that as well. If you're trying to build muscle, you need to stimulate frequently, 2 to 3 times a week. So what day are we on? Thursday morning. Yesterday I went live with the yoga. Kids are off, super stressed, priority is stress, release. Sorry, I don't speak Spanish. And the day before that, like I've done core this week and I've done back, I think it was Sunday. So today was HIIT and legs and balances. So, Mondays I did shoulders. So if you're looking for a really good shoulder workout. Thanks, Wild and Fresh. I trained legs like at least 3 times, sometimes 4 times a week last year, because I wanted to build my legs and my glutes back after babies. So once you have muscle, it's a lot easier to maintain it. Just keep that in mind. You need 25% of your normal volume just to maintain it. Now, as I was talking, like the scale weight knocks people off track. Scale weight shows you how much your body weighs in terms of water retention, your organs, undigested food, bone mass, muscle mass, fat mass. It's not an accurate representation of your body fat. Nothing is. Nothing is. I'd love a like and subscribe, guys. Fat loss is linear, but you can't always see it on the scales. If you're in a calorie deficit, you will lose fat every single day, but you won't always see it on the scales. Weight loss depicted on the scales isn't linear. You need to zoom out, just like you're doing stocks and shares, to keep you on track, on where the trends are. It's the same if you've got a BIA machine and you're measuring your body fat. If you, like, standalone or a couple of data points there isn't accurate, but getting an abundance of this stuff, it becomes a lot more accurate, over time. Like, it's consistently inaccurate, which gives you an insight of where you're going. But I talk about the scale weight quite a lot as a trainer, and if you're someone who steps on the scales every day, and like if you've not lost weight, it knocks you off track and you're like, fuck it, what's the point? Then stop weighing yourself. Head down, 30 days, focus on action. So you're not gonna gain weight by moving more than you normally would. Control, like reducing the amount you're overeating and swapping, like every time you want to overeat on a cake, swapping it for a protein bar or a proper meal, Thanks, guys. I'm answering any questions on exercise, nutrition, back pain, rehab. I'm a fat loss coach, trainer. You can join my channel for just $2.99 a month, where I share trade secrets, all my education. So I want you to have the education, and it'll last you for the rest of your life, like the habit forming. You shouldn't have a trainer, you shouldn't have a coach for the rest of your life, unless you wanted one, of course. Best drink to burn fat. So this is why I created this channel. There's so much misinformation. So there's no foods or exercises specifically that burn fat, especially foods. I mean, if you're on a couch not doing anything and then you start moving, like you started to go Pilates, you're going to burn fat because your calorie expenditures are like all of a sudden increased, as long as you don't up your food, right? But people who are asking best drink to burn fat, best exercises to burn fat, don't understand nutrition and exercise, and therefore calorie deficit and like the thermic effect, thermodynamics. And it is complicated. It's not complicated, but the industry's made it super complicated, so you buy products. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry. It's the same with ketogenic diets, collagen just now. People underestimate how much people spend. Like, influencers are getting paid tens of thousands of pounds to promote products for you to drink, for you to eat, and a certain way to eat. They don't teach you any education. We'll sort that, I'm getting out of it. So yeah, what spices help fat loss? That's another one. Nothing. The only way a specific food could help you burn fat is your behaviours that are associated after eating that food. So I could say vegetables and fruit, fibre helps you burn fat. Not directly, but the more fibre you eat from fruits, veg, leafy greens, pulses, the less you're going to overeat later in the evening, wherever you tend to overeat. Everyone overeats at some point. We're trying to mitigate that. Fibre's filling, feeds your microbiome, it takes a long time to digest, so it switches off hunger signals, ghrelin. So you could say fibre helps you burn fat, assists in burning fat because of your behaviours after. Is that when people are saying stress causes fat gain, weight gain, cortisol, hormone, stress causes weight gain? Not directly. If you're not eating the calories and moving less, you're not going to gain weight. There's no magic thing that's happening, because it can sound like that. But I'm here to say to you, it's the behaviours associated with high stress. So if you're not dealing and surfing the urge and dealing with these emotions properly, and instead you punish yourself further of having alcohol, overeating, moving less, soothing in the wrong ways, that's going to add weight, have you gain weight. Best drink to jumpstart your metabolism. You don't need to jumpstart your metabolism, it's always working. Hello Mr. Mina, how are you? That body's built on dedication, consistency, she's strong on. Thank you very much. I've lost 5 pounds in the last 5 weeks. So I've been gaining weight as I've been building muscle over the last 5 months, and now I'm coming into calorie deficit. And I'm not going to lie, it's been challenging with kids being off school, but don't compare yourself to your weeks where you're in a routine, everything's working for you, you're super motivated. Compare them hard times to the last hard times you went through, and what did you do? So last time they were off was around Christmas time. I wasn't mindful of steps, I didn't have my walk pad. I was still training, but wasn't mindful of food. I wasn't tracking my food because I was in calorie surplus. So compare your good times to the other good times, and your challenging times to the other challenging times. But people don't tend to do that. They tend to compare good times to bad times and vice versa. Like, everyone struggles in the winter months to maintain the weight, and it takes you to come out with that discomfort, you know, because it's cold, it's wet, you're tired, you're more hungry because it's cold. But if you can mitigate that a little bit and focus on your bad days, so this is the kind of stuff that I teach on my channel. So you can join for $2.99 a month and get access to member-only videos. So I just released yesterday an hour's podcast. If there's any mothers out there who want to lose fat and recover from having babies, it doesn't matter if you're 6 weeks postnatal or 40 years postnatal, you know, you can always rehab. And if you've never done the rehab after babies, it will catch up with you and you'll get these aches and pains. I was speaking to someone quite recently. She had a baby, it was like 10 years ago, and she's got pelvic girdle pain, she's got piriformis syndrome, sciatica. I says it sounds, and she's got hypermobility. I says it sounds like when you went through, like, because you're passing a baby through your pelvis, right? Or you support, you know, if you have C-section, you're still supporting the baby on your pelvis and your pelvic floor muscles. So changes have happened whether you like it or not. And she said to me, I'm not postnatal anymore. Like, this isn't from pregnancy. I was like, yeah, it is. Like, it doesn't matter if you're 10 years down the line. If you've never rehabilitated your pelvis after carrying babies and birthing them, then it will catch up with you. Hello, I'm from Scotland. Morning guys, welcome to my live. I'm answering any questions on exercise, nutrition, back pain, rehab. So we were just talking about fat loss foods and fat loss exercises. Like, you know, if you've seen an account that says the best exercise is to burn belly fat is a common one, and then they're doing a load of ab crunches, ab exercises, right? You know, they did a study, a massive study, it's been replicated, where they had control groups maintain the weight and work out one leg at a time, just one leg, in the gym, like leg extensions and pistol squats, just one leg, to see if they could burn fat just in that one area. You know what the studies showed? That you can't. You can't spot reduce fat. It's fact. It's fact. So just because you can make it appear like more defined through ab crunches and, you know, building the abs, but you still need to, like, you need to control what you're eating. If you're overeating on a regular basis, it's actually easier for you to zoom in on your bad days and be like, right, get curious. Why does that keep happening? Why do I keep overeating on a Tuesday? Because I work all day and I'm too tired to cook anything when I get back home. Okay, so how can you improve a little bit? Maybe have more substantial lunch so you're not as hungry when you finish late at night. Maybe on a Sunday, instead of sitting down in front of the TV, you don't get to do that until you've prepped some food for the Tuesday. There's always something you can do. You need to become a problem solver. If you're somebody who's like, the victim mindset doesn't just happen overnight. It's like, oh, well, this isn't my fault because my work's just too stressful. And it's empowering to know that it is, like, you're in control. But you can't go from 0 to 100. You need to work through. Why is my eye so blurry? I think this contact lens is split. Morning, guys. Welcome. That's the only steps I've done, so I'm not getting off here until I've done about 5k. And then I think I'll have breakfast. Oops. What was I going to do? Oh yeah, check my steps. I got distracted by YouTube. Just like all of you. 2k I've done. So yeah, there's a misconception as well around visco fat. The fat that surrounds your organs, visco fat, that it doesn't get burnt with exercise or calorie deficit, or it just gets burnt with HIIT training. Misconception again. Both types of fat, subcutaneous and visco fat, are both burnt during, like, through a calorie deficit. Again, that's backed up with research. There's so many lies on the internet. Now, if you're constantly spiking your blood glucose, you're having 300 plus grams of sugar, I don't mean carbs, I mean sugar, a day, like free sugars, like your whole diet is chocolate bars, you will gain a lot of visceral fat over subcutaneous fat because your liver is just totally overloaded and it doesn't know where to store it and what to do with it, so it starts to turn into liver fat. Morning, Carmon, how are you? So I've done a HIIT training. There's loads of failure on that HIIT training this morning. So normally I like to go all out with really, like, safe exercises, right? Burpees, squat jumps, jump lunges, that kind of thing. Well, I was on my reformers today doing controlled work for my hip flexors, a bit of rehab, and then I mixed in some cardio with it. So I'd say I was working about an 8 out of 10. Normally I like to be a 9 out of 10, but that's for next week. Thanks, Mr. Mina, I appreciate that. Morning, guys. All I do, like, throughout my whole life, I've just been constant, like, when I finished school, I went into college. When I went to college, I went to uni and did all my fitness qualifications whilst I worked, and whilst I was at uni, by the way. Like, I've worked my ass off to get the knowledge. And since my daughter was born, I do a lot of driving because I'm, like, seeing clients. I'm just always learning. So, and if there's something I don't know, like, I don't know loads about NMN supplements. I do know that there's not loads of research behind them in fat loss. Then, like, I'm not saying that we're crappy, but there's just not an abundance of research to promote them. Promising though. But yeah, if I don't know something, I'll go away and research it. And I came out of my comfort zone yesterday, so I practiced what I preach as well. And that's where the growth happens. And the way I came out of my comfort zone is I was a guest for the first time ever on someone's podcast. That's uploaded. I was a little bit nervous, but soon got into it and I really loved the experience. So that's a big win this year already. And I'm going down to a business event in Manchester in March where I'm going to meet loads of other coaches. So my goal is, when I go down at the end of March, to get a few coaches that will come on my podcast. If they have any topics that I don't know much about, or they specialise more so in, I'll get them to come on my podcast and discuss that and build my interviewing skills in podcast related. But anyway, that's where growth happens. If you feel nervous, do it anyway. And it's not like I went in and hadn't prepared. I had like a few points I wanted to discuss. We talked about our birth stories, how to be consistent around like for fat loss, what you should concentrate on if you've had babies. It's all discussed in this hour-long podcast. I want to record my own podcast and go into it. There's so much we could have covered, but like, I looked at the time, we just started, I looked at it again, it was 40 minutes in. I was like, and then we just went down another rabbit hole, so like, there's so much. Like, we didn't even get into like the nitty gritty, like specifics. It was really good. Thanks, Mr. Mina. And then people are just coming on like shouting, like saying crap. Like, that's just been caught by the algorithm, but it's like, keep scrolling me. Thanks for the likes, guys, and subscribes. I was making a lot of posts yesterday to go up in the members only bit and the DigiCoach Academy. I'll show you what I was talking about. So I'll get Canva, I've just made it on. Be released. Okay. Dutch testing, I'll go into that. If anyone's heard of that and wants to know more about that, Dutch testing, the issues with it, pros and cons. Motivational post in how to maintain a physique. Because people are always talking about fat loss, they don't teach you how to keep the results. So that post is going up. Another post is going to be going up this week about why you don't need to be perfect to get fat loss and get an amazing body. Like, I've never been perfect, so I'll go into that. Those are the ones I've done so far. Let me just catch up on question. Morning, guys, welcome. How many steps you have walked? I would walk 500 miles. I have done 2,600, but I've done HIIT training this morning, and oh, it's 8 o'clock nearly. Yeah, got to like just relax this morning and just get up, have a coffee. I've not commented on food diaries yet. So yeah, because the kids are being taken to school for me. So part of my one-to-one coaching, clients get daily feedback when they track the food. I can comment on their so she got 7k steps yesterday. She's not tracked it, like her food hasn't synced up with my app yet, so I'll check that later. So this Thursday is like an optional weekly check-in form, and they'll get, instead of video, they'll get a voice clip feedback. So it's optional where, like, if you're struggling and you know you've got the weekend coming up and you're like, I don't know how to navigate this wedding, or they'll check in and they'll be like, the form asks them, what have you done so far towards your goals? What do you plan on doing for the rest of the week? Is there anything that's a concern? Anything you want to speak to me about? Any content you want to create? And then I'll voice clip them back with a plan of action. So it's the 12th today, so she got nearly 10k steps yesterday, brilliant. And she's still tracking her food, 1,500 calories. She's on the Zenpec, so she's going to be dropping fat fast, but not muscle, because she's got 100 grams of protein there And what was the fibre? And she's strength training with me. Fibre was 22 grams, that's all right. Is it so? I thought that was meant to be right. I need to bring her calorie targets down because she's on a Zenpet now. Excellent. Fibre, protein, and steps. Smashing it. It's very common for people to track Monday to Friday or Monday to Thursday and then start the weekend and fall off the wagon and restart Monday over and over again. And that, you're just going to stall yourself, it's not going to get anywhere. So you need to improve the bad days. So if your weekend is you never track and you don't want to, just be aware of protein. Make an effort to go out for steps. So she got 8,000 steps yesterday. She's quite low for this person. She's normally getting 15 to 20. So she maybe had something on. But her calories have been low anyway. Another one. So she's had, trying to reduce the amount of processed food in this person's diet. So she's having 4 protein products, but we're not trying to go from 0 to 100. She's already improved this week on her breakfast, so I'm not going to be, again, it's still not perfect. Oops, am I on the wrong day there? Yeah, good. I just drink water mostly. Water, CBD cans. That's all each week. Love that. I have 1 a day or 2 a day from stress. Like this week it'll be 2 a day with kids off. And tea. Did I say tea? Or coffee. That's it. We have about 2 litres of water a day. Occasionally more if I'm out exercising. So she's yeah, not tracking or it's not synced up. Morning guys, welcome. I'm answering any questions on exercise, nutrition, back pain, rehab. So if you have like a plan to follow in terms of your exercise and nutrition, but still not doing it and not consistent with it, it's more likely your mindset needs changed. And you need a bit of reassurance and you need to know where's best to place your efforts, especially if you're really busy. So that's where this channel comes in. I discuss a lot about the above. A myth bust as well. There's a lot of misinformation and confusing information on the internet designed to confuse you into buying. So what they tend to do is convince you you've got a problem that you don't have, like hormones, and then sell you a supplement that you don't need. It's really common. Thanks guys. And morning. Like collagen. Instead of taking collagen, just take protein powder, guys. It's a massive lie. You've got to be willing to take in the truth as well. You've got to be able to trust me as a coach. There's a lot of coaches that sell out. But I'm not selling anything. The only thing I'm not selling any supplements. The only thing I'm selling is the truth. I want to be impactful and valuable. I want to give value. So you can join my channel for $2.99 a month. It's managed through YouTube. Thanks for the likes, guys. Got 12 years experience. I consistently upload here. I go live 6 days a week. This week it's Valentine's Day, so we're away. So I don't know if we'll be able to go live. We're away Friday and Saturday. So it's a possibility that, well, Friday I'll go live like normal. Saturday I usually have off. So, no, actually I'll just go live a little bit later on Sunday with the kids. Morning. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm a coach. I answer regular questions, building muscle, losing fat. You should be trying to do both, by the way, if you've got fat to lose. obviously. You can see the swans in the lake this morning. Feel great now after that. When I was getting started, I was like, I really don't want to do this HIIT session. But I knew through trial and error that I've been through, action would create motivation. That was a game changer. 2 game changers I've had in my life. Knowing that action creates motivation. So if you don't want to write an essay, you don't want to cook, you don't want to clean, you don't want to go out for steps, you don't want to work out, start with 2 minutes or even a minute. And usually, higher than 9 times out of 10, action creates motivation if you can just start. And if you stop after 2 minutes, at least you got 2 minutes worth. But most of it, like that today, that was my, I'll just do it for 2 minutes, and if I want to, like, you're the boss, like if you want to stop, you can stop. If you want to leave, you know, no one's died, hopefully. And the other thing was imperfection. You can get incredible, like you can be shredded and ripped. Obviously I am not yet, but I will be this year, because I was pretty shredded last year, and I've got that skill now to take into the new year after babies, so I'm excited. Plus I've given up breastfeeding. But anyway, the other thing that changed my life was imperfection. Just start, just do it. Like a lot of the times I'm like, oh, I can't do a podcast for like 30 minutes, or I might run out of talking points. Just start, just do the best you can. I'm not good at exercising, just do what you can, just start, just be imperfect. I overate last week on last Monday or whatever, which is my overeating day actually. When I struggle with overeating, for some reason it's on a Monday, not the weekend, but anyway. Yeah, but at least you didn't overeat 4 times last week like you did the weeks previous. You know, you don't need to be perfect, you can still lose fat, build muscle, be shredded, and be overeating occasionally, going over your calorie targets and you're going under your steps. It's what you wear, your body wears. It's like an accurate representation, your body, of your habits. So like when I've had clients say to me, I don't overeat, I track all my food, I have a good healthy diet, I just don't move as much. And then they're telling me that they're getting all these steps in or whatever, and the body composition's not changing, you know, they're not losing weight, then I know that they're lying basically. I'm just wasting the money and my time. Right, I'm gonna stretch off the calves and quads. Thanks so much for joining me this morning for my steppages. We'll have breakfast now.